What is up, everybody? I think this is probably going to be uploaded to YouTube. This is the first ever artist to artist interview. And this is Nathan Abney Music, and I'm with...
King's Folly, what's up?
Alright, man, what's up? What's good? How you been?
Pretty good, man. How are you?
I've been pretty good since the last hour that we've been talking before this interview.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think the way this interview is going to work, we were kind of discussing this before the interview, but I didn't really make it clear. I think what we're going to do is I'll ask a question, and then you'll answer it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, if the question also applies to me, then I'll ask it, or then I'll answer the question that I just asked.
Okay.
And then you'll ask me a question, and then I'll answer. And then if it applies to both of us, then you can answer it as well.
Okay.
Okay, now, with that being said, this is what I'll say. Here's my first question.
Okay.
Apprehension is your first album release that is still up, but you have had 2 albums prior.
Correct.
If you include your previous works and bands.
Yeah.
Would you say, how do you feel about your growth since your first album?
I think definitely lyrically better, but I tend to see the biggest difference with like production quality, because I've learned a lot just making music every day and scrapping songs or whatever.
Yeah, I feel you there. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's the same with me, even though I've only ever released one actual, like, album or EP before.
Mm-hmm.
What I'll say, though, is there's a lot of instrumentals, and I think you can clearly hear it in this music I'm releasing soon. The instrumental quality got, like, 4 times better since Questions.
Yeah.
I'm not so sure about the vocals just because I don't really mix vocals that often, but...
Well, hold on. So you're talking about your new music?
Yes, my new unreleased music that will be coming out shortly for all the Nathan Abney music fans out there that are watching this. I am releasing music soon.
Okay, because I was going to ask, you had a post on your Instagram band account with a short clip of a song, and I was wondering if that meant a new single/album was coming soon.
Now, what was the caption on that video?
Let me check. It says, I work on music every now and then. I've been working on some stuff I hope you all can hear soon.
Alright. So I said what I meant. And what I meant was, I work on music every now and then, and I hope some of you guys will be able to hear that music soon.
Literally.
So,
you literally just quote the Instagram post.
So, I've just been working on music, and I guess that's a little teaser of some music that'll be releasing soon.
Alright.
Now, I'll say this. I do have a few singles I've already made. I don't know which ones will be singles and which ones will be with the album. So that instrumental that is played, I don't know if that'll be a single or if it'll be included on the album or if it'll ever be officially released.
Okay.
But I did make it.
Alright, hit me with one.
Okay. So I'll ask you this.
Okay.
Right?
Alright.
Everybody listens to good music by their own standards.
Okay.
A lot of people listen to bad music by everybody else's standards. So I'm going to ask you, what is your number one guilty pleasure song of all time?
Oh,
a song
man.
that you know is bad. You know the song is bad, but you still listen to it for your own personal enjoyment.
Man, that's a tough question.
Yeah, guilty pleasure song. It could be a song, it could be an album, it could be a band.
Okay, so my problem with me is I listen to a lot of music, and I also I have a different opinion of what bad music is than everybody else would, I think. So maybe not, I don't know. If I'm thinking about artists off the top of my head, personally, I think, what's his name? I don't listen to him a lot, so you know it's a guilty pleasure. Black Bear.
Oh, Black Bear's a guilty pleasure of yours?
For me, yeah, I don't think he's like an amazing artist. But that's just me.
Isn't that kind of the opposite of what a guilty pleasure is?
Well,
Isn't a guilty pleasure something that you like that nobody else likes?
um,
It's like,
well,
I know,
well,
like old Taylor Swift. Like I know that music ain't good, but for some reason
well,
it
yeah,
kind of slaps.
that's what I meant. That's what I meant. Like, I know. Well, it's just my standard of it is I know it's not good, but there's a few songs by him I like.
Oh, okay. So certain Black Bear songs is your guilty pleasure.
Yes, I suppose so.
I suppose mine is old Taylor Swift. Even though I haven't heard it in forever, I'm sure I know every single word.
Yeah.
Yes, that is what I said.
All right.
You heard it here first, folks.
All right. My question for you next is, can you hear me?
I'm sorry. Can you say that one again?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
I think we're having some technical difficulties or something because I'm having a lot of trouble hearing you right now. I think there's some feedback or something coming through.
All right.
I think we're breaking up.
All right. Next question.
Okay. If you could learn one additional instrument to the arsenal that you already have, what would it be? If you could learn any instrument in the world.
I've always wanted to learn how to play accordion.
You want to learn how to play accordion?
Yeah, I think it's I think you do some pretty cool stuff with an accordion. And I've never seen people like I don't know, I've never seen a whole lot of people like use it in today's music.
Oh, yeah.
In like contemporary ways, like not just like folk music or whatever.
Yeah. So modern accordion is what you would say.
Yeah. Like pop accordion or rap accordion. How would that sound?
Rap accordion.
Rap
Yo,
accordion.
we might need to work on something. We might need to work on that, buddy. If there's one instrument I could learn, it would probably be guitar, because I think I could actually use it in a lot of my songs.
Yeah.
I think there's enough that you could do with pedals and different effects to make it be able to work with really any genre, I guess.
Uh-huh.
All right. Hit me with one.
All right. Well, while we're speaking about like things you can do with like pedals and all that, what is your creative process like?
Oh yeah, related to pedals. My creative process. I start with a concept. Like I'll sit. Most of the time, it's at a piano.
Yeah.
A MIDI keyboard with a piano preset. Sometimes it'll be drums first. But I'll just sit down for like a couple hours just trying to figure out something that kind of works.
Mm-hmm.
And then once I find something that kind of works, I kind of build an entire instrumental off of it.
Yeah.
And then from there, I usually write lyrics.
Okay. And yeah, I know that like that wasn't directly related to the guitar pedals, but like just the different things you can do with them, like the creativity you can add with like
Yeah.
not just guitar pedals in general, but any instrument.
I'll say this. I do use a lot of guitar pedals on very weird instruments.
Yeah.
I have a song that I don't think I'll ever release. I made it with you, actually. It was called Eyes.
Oh, yeah?
I'm not a fan of how it turned out, mostly on my end, but I don't think I'll ever release it, but like I used a guitar distortion pedal on the organ on that. So it's like, I don't know, I use a lot of guitar pedals and amps and preamps on various instruments, and I think it works.
Yeah. All right, I'm ready.
So, I thought you were gonna answer that too. What's your
my creative? Oh, sorry. So my creative process, it actually changed over the years. It was just kind of like because I had no preference of how I wanted to do things or what worked. So what I would used to do is just start with one instrument and build off of it once I found something I thought sounded cool. But then I realized that a lot of my like more acoustic songs with just ukulele in it, they always sounded the most solid. So what I do now is I'll record the whole song just ukulele, and I'll make it sound like an acoustic, and then I will add everything else afterwards.
Yeah.
So everything sounds more solid vocally and stuff like that.
Yeah, I feel like it's hard once you find a sound that you're good at.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's hard to branch out after that.
Yeah.
Like if you listen to Questions, I mean, the way I always describe it to people is alternative piano pop. That's how I've always described Questions. And it's like with this new music I'm working on, I'm really trying to branch out from that because I feel so safe with that. It's kind of like, I don't know, if I do that my entire life, it's probably not going to go anywhere.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
I normally classify mine as like alternative ukulele pop, something like that.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
So, on your Apprehension album, you have a song called T-Bill.
Yes, sir.
And I already know the backstory behind it.
Okay.
And I'll explain it for the people out. You can explain the backstory if you want to.
All right. So T-Bill, we were me and Nathan, that is, we were playing games one night on Overwatch with our friend Ryan, and we're talking about going to Taco Bell. It's like 2-3 in the morning. Yeah. And Nathan's like, man, I just really want some Taco Bell right now. I'm gonna go ask my mom if I can go get some Taco Bell. He brings us with him in the phone call, and we overhear what the conversation is with him and his mom. And he's like, Mom, I want to go to Taco Bell. And she was like, I don't want you spending no money on that. He was like, I'll take it from my piggy bank. And she's like, you've already ate too much today. It's like, man, I just wanted a snack. I don't want to go there for the food. I want to go there for the experience. I want to go through the drive-through. I want to hear that teenager working minimum wage come through that speaker and take my order.
Those were the exact words I used, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. So, and I felt I should make a song about it as a coping mechanism for Nathan.
For me, yeah.
But if we're talking like a real meaning, so apprehension means having an anxiety or fear about something. So although that song sounds like a joke and it's just a meme song, the real like meaning I put behind it is like having those moments of going out with your friends and just doing stupid stuff. Like I'm afraid I'll lose those things going on in life.
We've had a lot of those experiences.
Yes, we have.
but here's my question. So I guess that was just kind of a precursor to this question.
Okay.
What did you ever end up going to Taco Bell with your homies?
Yes, on multiple occasions.
Also, what is your go-to order?
My go-to order is 2 beefy nacho grillers and a chicken quesadilla.
Yes.
However, I've heard
Preach.
news that we are taking away the beefy nacho grillers along with other items on the menu.
Yeah, yo, what the frick is that Taco Bell?
Yeah, man, I don't know about that. That's kind of whack.
They're taking away the Fritos burrito, the entire Dollar Cravings. They're taking away all the grillers. What's going on with that?
Yeah, I don't know.
That makes me upset, bro.
They're taking away all of the mostly easiest things for them to make, besides maybe the 5-layer burrito or something like that.
Man, I don't know. I got a $25 Taco Bell gift card, and I don't know what I'm going to buy with it because they're taking half the crap away.
All right, well, let's move on so we don't get too upset about it.
Look, man, I'm passionate about Taco Bell.
I know. But, all right, so when did you start making music? What was the beginning of music in general for you?
So I think it's very clear to anybody who listens to Questions and maybe even some of my new music. I'm not exactly sure. I haven't got enough feedback.
Mm-hmm.
That is very 21 Pilots inspired, right?
Yeah.
And the reason for that was like I didn't really listen to a lot of music until around like 8th grade.
Yeah.
And then that's when I found out about 21 Pilots. And then I think it was my freshman or sophomore year of high school. I went to my first ever like my actual concert that I was old enough to remember, and it was a 21 Pilots concert during the Blurry Face tour. And at one moment, I saw him on stage and I said, man, I really want to do that.
Yeah.
Because I remember the specific thought process was like, man, could you imagine the feeling of having an arena full of people singing lyrics that you wrote?
Mm-hmm.
And then that just kind of inspired me to start writing. And then after writing for 3 years, I released Questions. And now I'm trying to branch out of that, so I'm not just copying 21 Pilots anymore.
Yeah, I get that. I think I was also inspired by 21 Pilots with like the whole they're the reason I picked up the ukulele and I started getting into that.
Yeah.
When it comes to how I started, you kind of know about it, but so sophomore year of high school, made this band called Travel by Sea, which you were a part of along with your older brother Noah.
Oh, I don't remember that.
And his friend Landon Morricone.
Was I?
Yeah, you were the drummer.
I was.
And then what happened is I kicked you all out. But
hey,
that's when that's when I actually started. But if we're talking like the true beginning, like before that I would like
6th grade band, bro.
Man, I don't know.
That's right. If we're talking about the true origin, first time I picked up an instrument, it's freaking Rock Band 2 on the Xbox 360, bro.
Yeah.
I played drums on that, and I said, man, I kind of want to actually play drums, and then I did, because it's actually not much different.
Yeah. Well, I would write... I'm not even in this genre currently, but the true beginning of me doing music was like writing raps when I was like really young at my friend's house, and they were terrible. Like, I was flexing way too much for a 12-year-old.
A 12-year-old's flex. That's going to be my next band name, bro.
Man, that's sick. Alright, cool. Alright, so I believe it's your turn asking me one.
Yeah. So, I'm going to ask you, do you have any hidden / fun facts / interesting stories about the creation of Apprehension, or like any funny mishaps that happened during one of the song recordings or something?
Kinda. So the song I Just Don't Care was the last one to be made. So that actually wasn't going to be a part of it, and I was just going to have this intermission where it would be a song mocking like trap music, and the whole song was gonna be about like I'm sad in the club. There's gonna be tons of auto-tune on it and stuff. But other than that, most of the time I spent working on it was very frustrating, because I was trying to figure out how to like get things to sound better than they have in the past.
Yeah.
But yeah, so unless like if I had more people like with me while I made it, there'd probably be more fun moments. But other than that, I'm just kind of like trying so hard to get things to sound good.
Yeah, I feel you there. I guess if we're talking about interesting stories, stuff like that, and the creation of my album, when I was making Questions, I've started to branch out from this more. Like, I was super, like, nobody likes singing in front of people, right? And it was like, my parents are like always home, so it's like once every other month I'd get a day home alone. And it would be like, I'd be home alone for like an hour, so I'd squeeze in 3 songs in that hour, and I just like punch through 3 vocal tracks in an hour, then say, it's good enough. And then I'd realize that they wouldn't work, and then I'd have to wait 2 more months, and then I'd redo them, and that was like how I made Questions.
I actually made 3 of the songs on the album I made in one day.
Oh, really?
Yes, because I was like, well, things are about to get busy for me, and I was like, I need to finish this album like pretty soon, or else like it might never get finished. So I kind of I made the 3 songs. I don't remember which ones they were. I just don't care was one of them, obviously, because that was one of the last ones I made. I do not remember the other 2 though.
Man, I remember when I made Paper Airplanes, which was like the first song that I ever actually went through with making.
Mm-hmm.
The whole story behind that was like, I was on the way home from a bus stop one day,
Yeah.
and my friend Colin was right behind me. And there was like a paper airplane on the ground, I think. Something brought paper airplanes in the conversation. I think we just saw one in the middle of my yard. And I said, man, these paper airplanes are stupid. And then Colin was like, yo, you need to make a song called Paper Airplanes. And I said, all right, bet. And then I went in and then I wrote the entire song in like 2 hours. And then I finally recorded it. And I remember going over to your house to record it.
Yeah, I do remember that. That
was a fun time.
It was actually recorded in the next bedroom over from the room I'm in now.
Yeah.
Speaking of paper airplanes.
Oh, I think you should ask a question, and then I should ask a question, and then it should be over after that, because
okay,
we're starting to run out of time here.
Okay,
I'm a busy man.
On your Instagram.
Gotta hit the studio.
On your Instagram, you posted us at the talent show because me and you performed together. We helped each other performed our own songs.
Yes.
So when we played Paper Airplanes, so we played it, and then we got a picture of us like standing there.
Yeah, I remember that.
Well,
Good
okay.
picture.
So the
Blurry picture.
the picture is of me playing my song, but my question is on Instagram. We have that picture on your Instagram, right?
Yeah.
And Callister says, if I had a nickel for every time you were talented, I could be upper class. Do you have anything to say about that?
I'd say you just wait, buddy. If you think that is the peak of my talent, there's something. You are about to be a millionaire, buddy. And I mean that in the most humble way possible. I don't actually think I'm that.
I'm joking. I mean a
$100,000
heir.
Yeah. No, did I say a million? I'm at 10 million. Okay. So, here's gonna be my last question.
All right, and I get one after you, and then we're done, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Who do you think would win in a fight between me and you?
You know, I've never seen you fight, man. And I don't think you've seen me fight.
Yeah, I haven't seen you fight, but all I'm saying is I don't know, man. I think I could throw a little 1-2 uppercut in there.
No comment. All right.
Okay, I see how it is. Walgreens midnight tonight.
My final question for you is, what is your motive behind making your music?
Honestly, my motive behind making my music is like, man, I just really want a girlfriend. Nah, man, my entire motive behind my music is just it's like I want to be able to do something and just keep getting better at it.
Yeah.
So like 20 years from now I'll be able to like look at a progression of it. It's like there's a lot of things, but music just is the one that I personally believe be the best at.
Yeah.
And I think it's the most enjoyable for me. And that's about it.
Okay. Well, for me, so I figured out that once I started making music, that even when I suck at it, I still don't want to stop doing it. Even like there were times where I would publicly say, I'm done with music. I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah.
Then,
I feel like everybody's done that.
Yeah, and then the next day, there I am on the computer making music again because I just can't stop doing it.
Yeah.
And I figured out, like, the more I got better, I'm like, if I'm able to do this, and I was blessed with the ability to, like, do these things and not giving up on them, like, this, I don't know, for some reason, to me, it's more of like I'm blessed with the perseverance to do it, I guess.
Oh,
Like the
yeah.
interest of doing it. And so I was about to be a preacher actually. And
Oh,
then
really?
I ended up not doing it, and I'm going to be a nurse now, but so now what the plan is that I'm preaching through my music, but at the same time I'm not making music for Christians because I believe that it's kind of I don't know. To me, it's kind of pointless to make music like Christian music for Christians because then
Yeah, because you're not really spreading the word.
you're not really helping anybody out there. There's no benefit in that.
Yeah.
But so like this is a quote I have on my band page. It's Matthew 9:12. It says, "It is not those who are well who need a doctor, but those who are sick." So
That is true.
and I'm making Christian music for atheists. And the problem with
Yeah.
that is a lot of atheists instantly.
Whoa, you're going on dangerous grounds here. Be careful with what you say.
I'm not gonna I'm not hating on atheists.
You're not stepping on their toes or anything, right?
No.
Okay.
I'm like explaining like why I make music the way
This
I do.
verse says that it's not the well that needs a doctor, but it's the sick. And I'm telling you right now, atheists are sick. No, I'm
They're
joking.
disgusting. No.
I'm just joking, obviously.
So the problem is a lot of atheists when they don't listen to Christian music obviously because they don't
Yeah.
relate to it. They don't believe in God. Why would they listen to it? So the way I give them music that is Christian but also something they would like is I'm more or less lyrically, I build my songs off of ideas or principles from the Bible instead of directly like referencing it. So
Yeah.
then Christians and atheists alike can both listen to it and enjoy it.
Yeah, I feel you there. You know what? I'm having fun right now.
Yeah.
I think we could do one more question
Okay,
if you're up for it.
I'm down.
Yeah. Let me check my phone real quick. I got a list of questions, but I kind of forgot. Look, I'm not here to be an interviewer. I'm here to be a musician. Okay, I'm not.
I feel that.
I'm not the best interviewer in the world. I gotta pull this up real quick.
Yeah.
Okay. What brand of deodorant / antiperspirant do you use on the daily?
I believe it is Degree Arctic Edge.
Oh, really?
I believe so.
Man, I use Men Degree 48-hour antiperspirant. Cool Rush. We both use. You're a Degree person?
Yes, sir.
Man, who knew? We were both Degree people all along.
Yeah. You know what? Can I end it on one more question for you?
Yeah. Go ahead.
All right. Would you rather only be able to whisper or shout forever?
I'd rather be able to whisper.
Yeah.
Because whispering sounds a lot more dramatic than shouting, and I can do it for a longer time. So it's
That's
like if
very
I'm
true.
Once I start doing like concerts and stuff, if I ever get around to doing that, I can talk really.
You
I can talk
whisper
really
all of your songs.
I could talk really quiet and make it sound really dramatic,
Just get really intimate.
depressing, a little bit emotional, some people might say, but or I could yell, but I just blew out my mic. Yeah. I'd much rather whisper than yell my entire life.
Personally, for me, I would really like to shout.
Those are some awfully heavy breaths after that.
Yeah, sorry.
You were really close to your mic, and I just heard. All right, well, this has been Nathan Abney and King's Folly for the artist interview. Oh man, we're in a video call right now, and he looked so depressed when I said his name for him. I'm never.
I'm okay, I promise.
I wish you guys saw that. I said Nathan Abney and King's Folly, and he looks so freaking depressed. Anyways, yeah, I guess this is like the first time that anybody online really gets to see our personality if they don't know us in real life. Yeah, so what I'm hearing is I'm probably going to get a couple subscribers after this. A couple
One of them
couple
will be
monthly
me.
listeners on Spotify. Yeah, because I think I'm pretty cool.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this interview. Hope you guys learned something. Hope it inspired you somehow. Maybe motivated you. I'm not sure. I don't know.
It did
yeah,
inspire me.
It inspired me too, buddy. So I guess that's the end of it.
All right, dope.
Any final remarks you want to say?
Yes, actually.
Oh, go ahead. By all means. I thought when you said yes, you sounded so confident. It's like you already had something planned. But
No, that's all I had to
guess
say.
not. Oh, okay.